Okay,
All right.
I guess we probably should go around the room and introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
So Shane, you wanna start?
Sure. Deputy Shane Dean.
Mike Mann with Teamsters Local 2.
Sam Correlson, Commissioner.
Joe Goble, attorney.
Joe Dello, Commissioner.
Keith Van Setten, Sheriff Coroner. So,
Paula Giaconetti, clerk and recorder.
Abby reporter from Elizabeth.
thank you. So Mike, I guess with our contract, what are some of the issues that we wanted to discuss today?
Okay, well, with the uniforms, we're just gonna, since you're keeping the language for now, we'll just worry about that next year.
Okay.
We'll conquer that.
Okay, I think some of this discussion I've heard is there was a concern about when it would be received or whatever, but we've got a year
Yeah.
to,
we'll
a
figure
year
it
to
out.
work on that. And
Definitely.
I know there was an issue with concern about tax issues and
Mm.
stuff too, so.
Yeah.
We'll take a year or better part of a year to figure that out.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
work on that as we go, definitely.
Okay.
And then I did let him know about the contract language that we're switching. They just wanted to know what it was from the courthouse.
Yeah.
Did you get?
Oh.
Him and I had talked about it because in the last meeting it was never actually brought up what that language actually was. It just said that this part of the agency
make it-
had, or this agency with the county had this language. That's what we're gonna
It's the language reference to health
From the
insurance.
courthouse, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
So I shared
It
that.
specifies that the health insurance is a match on the BP 2000, which is the basic
Mhm.
plan. And if anybody wants to upgrade from that.
They do
they're
that out of
welcome
their
to, but
pockets.
it's on you, not on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Past the BP.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
so-
the
and
better
It's just-
policy,
Yes.
if you choose to.
And I'm thinking it's just clearing it up so that it's across the board that that's the
Yeah,
way it is,
that's
right?
all that
Okay.
is.
Yeah,
But
we're good.
We wanted that clarified before
Yeah,
we said.
yeah. It's a basic plan that they've always provided,
Yep.
so that's just referring to the exact plan by name,
Mhm.
is all they're doing.
And then we're good with your proposal on the steps and the way you want to increase that.
Okay.
We're good with that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Was that on the deputy steps?
yes, on the
Yeah.
deputy steps, and dispatch has agreed to the $1.62 increase.
Okay.
And then we just had, I think Keith and I've been emailing back and forth, and we got clarification, and you guys are good with that.
Yep.
That language change also on section 8, I believe it was.
On the steps,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
on the call out
Pretty-
or on call or overtime deal that it was.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna affect, nothing's
Yeah.
gonna change in
Yeah.
that regard.
Yeah.
It's just your percentage that creates your base will change with your
Yes.
years of service and your certifications,
Mhm.
so. But other than that, the hours worked and everything, nothing changes, so.
Yeah. Just everybody wanted some little bit of clarification on all that stuff, so
That's fine.
there was nothing huge.
And I think we've got all that, Keith and I have been emailing, we got it ironed out, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, just wanna let you know that we're good with all that that's been
Okay.
proposed. And
Good. Anything else from county side?
No, nothing I'm aware of.
Anything with that?
So is the dispatch gonna stay with their current hour working and they're not gonna try to finesse?
Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna stay the same because of, work, hours of work issues.
Yeah.
And how it snowballs, so, and it doesn't make sense sometimes, so. Anyhow, very good, that's all. Yep. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Keith.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Now we just- Melody left it running last time, so. Was Shane the steward then?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's that new road position titled? Lead
Assistant
man?
superintendent.
Assistant superintendent? Okay.
And Doug's gonna start Monday.
Okay. So do you have positions advertised now?
Yes.
Okay. And I will continue to be able to operate equipment for 6 months?
Yes. So we'll be advertising for Fairfield area and the Sunny Slope area. We did fill a position for the TO gap.
Okay.
We got Nick hired for that.
Oh, Nick Thompson? Okay.
Yep,
I think he'll be good.
Yeah.
yep, he interviewed really well. Seems like a good getter.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
The weed applicator, they can't work under Mark's
They cannot?
because he's a different department.
Mm.
But Mark talked to Alan and there's a fast track application. So we instructed Alan to get on that and get his applicator's license, then they can work under him.
So he's gonna do it?
Yep. And we told him sooner would be better than later.
Well, yeah, right. Well, but he gets after that.
So Mark was gonna set that up for Alan to do.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if it wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe we should get Doug to go through that too.
Wouldn't hurt.
It sounded like Mark said that they could actually do it like in one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's just a quick deal, I think.
Anybody?
Three.
All right, go back.
All right.
Good.
So, last meeting, we were talking about, like having the ability or the language that if Alan or say this new position needed to come in if they couldn't reach folks to come in if, in an emergency. This is the language that the state has. We're implementing that in Jefferson County too. And this is just an example of how they're tracking the overtime opportunities. It's not everybody, you know, because they're gonna deny it or can't do it or whatever, but it just tracks that they had an opportunity to use it or to take it, but they didn't for whatever reason. And this, you know, just so if they come back and say, hey, I didn't get this, well, we can go and say, well, yeah, you did. You had an opportunity and you chose not to. That just, you know, makes it easier for everybody.
Sure.
So just an idea if you guys want to
Sure.
look at that.
If an employee turns down an offer of overtime or a call out, the hours offered shall count towards their overtime total.
As to what they had the opportunity for.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they'll get it, but it shows that you had the opportunity for this overtime. You know, like I said, see how it'd be marked in a different column that if they took it or didn't take it.
Okay,
So that way we can track that it's done, you know, equally and
Right.
fairly.
yeah. Okay. Okay,
All right, and then whenever you guys are ready, we can move to the next thing. All right, now the longevity, I met with the members last night and they wanna kinda work with that a little bit, maybe, to change some of the amounts that are given to people as they stick around, you know, to try to encourage more longevity.
Mhm.
So I wanna work on that a little bit, get some ideas and then I'll get them to you guys. Go check out some different counties that I have to see if we can make something work. And then on to the compensatory comp time. We'd like to just stick with current contract language on that.
so you guys don't wanna be bought out on the comp time that you have?
No. And then, onto the wage increase, they'd like to stick with the $2 that they were requesting initially.
So across the rest of the county, we've union employees, all employees, we've already done the 162 plus 38, which means no increase. You don't see any increase in your insurance. So, I don't know, tell us why road should get more than everybody else.
Well, do you have that print off that Terry gave you? Of the insurance,
Oh, for his,
property insurance?
property insurance. I've seen this group health that says, non-vote on a, property taxes, and it says 1907 and 1907, so they're paying 38.14 on, as taxpayers. So their belief is that they're getting, charged for it double because they're paying it on taxes and then it's coming out of their checks.
I don't get it.
No, get
And then
that.
you-
So the insurance premiums that are held out for the county, right? You're not taxed on those. Those are
Yeah,
tax
premiums
exempt.
come out pre-tax.
Pre-tax. And so you're not taxed, it's not a fringe benefit or anything. So you're not taxed on those, yeah,
Should
they're
we
taken out
caucus on that?
pre-tax. Is that what he's talking about?
Well, I'm not sure
Let's
of
caucus.
that. Yeah.
Let's caucus a minute. Well, let us caucus a minute, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Already got their shit together, don't they?
Mhm. Something in 1907.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
Do you understand that, Paula?
I didn't get
Is
it
he
at
talking
all.
property taxes because our property taxes went up?
I didn't get it.
I don't get it at all. I don't know. What that has to do with it.
But even then, with the property valuations going up, it doesn't necessarily mean that your taxes will go up,
No,
because the mills will be adjusted.
They'll go down.
Right.
Whatever mills that we need to levy will go down, and I tried to explain that to
several people and I
a lot
just
of people.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Well, it is kinda confusing, but,
Well, it is, and those valuations are a little shocking.
they are, I mean, I looked at mine, they're real shocking, but
Yeah. How much did the premium go up? On-
$66 for health insurance,
Mhm.
$66.
$66.
Yeah, so we pay $7,788 a year per person for health insurance.
How much?
7,788. And that's what I don't think, if that's what he's talking about, because say you make $50,000, we take off at 7788,
Yeah.
and that's what you're taxed on through the year, even though it's monthly.
Yeah, so your AGI is
Right,
less,
absolutely.
$7,800.
Mhm. If that's what they're saying, but then he said property tax, so it's like,
Yeah, I don't. I'm lost.
yep.
hope so.
But they were gonna finish last night.
Oh, that's good.
Balin, any CRP this year?
No, I got no cows, so I don't need CRP.
You can't say
But
no.
I have a lot of grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yep, they've literally eaten 100 acres of hay that I was gonna hay
Oh,
2 weeks ago,
really?
and it's
Wow.
overhanging.
Oh, no kidding.
Hmm.
Did they just move in fast?
Well, they've been coming the last 3 weeks, but they were little, and now they're no longer little, and they're.
Wow.
I was at a meeting with Pat Fields yesterday, and I guess the Penrose area is getting hit with them hard still.
Hmm.
He showed me a picture of a 200-acre wheat field that was not gonna get harvested.
Is that gonna affect, do we need to do this emergent state of disaster for them to be able to get assistance through FSA?
I don't think so yet. He's the only one I've heard from.
Oh.
I think it's just spots here and there that they didn't die off.
Yeah, I haven't heard from anybody else.
So evidently they changed their attitude on the overtime.
Yeah,
Hey.
comp time?
Now they want the comp time to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I'd like to get that comp time all cleaned up.
Yeah.
We want to
We'd like to do this
stick
too.
with that. And the longevity, I mean, we pretty much told them where we were at the last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's just, we'll talk about the wage here in a minute. I've got a proposal for the longevity. Right now with it, after a year, they get 10 cents. And then, propose that after 5 years, they get 25 cents an hour. And then after 10, 50 cents. And that's how the longevity would set up. That just would give people more
After
encouragement to
1
stick
year,
around.
10 cents,
After 1 year, 10 cents the way it is now, and then,
which is what we have right now, right?
yeah, and, but then after 5, they would jump to 25 cents an hour. And then after 10 years, 50 cents an hour.
So, how much time do you have on it, Jared?
I've been there 8 years.
8 years. So if we agreed to that for Jared, as soon as we sign the contract, what does that mean money-wise?
I get, I guess 15 cents more an hour
Yeah.
than I'm currently making.
Or 35 cents, cause you're saying.
Just some encouragement for someone to stick around, you
Mhm.
know.
So instead of the 10, you just go to 25 cents.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be the 25 cents plus 10 cents?
No.
Well, 25 cents a year, raise the,
An hour,
yeah, once you hit that 5 years.
right.
And I think with that group, it's pretty spread out anyway, so, you know, it would give people encouragement to stick around and you know, contribute to the county.
Right now, I think we only have one guy over 10 years.
So, you know what we did with the sheriff's office, right?
I'm not familiar, no.
Okay. We proposed and they accepted after 5 years, it's a 1% increase. And after 10 years, it's a 2% increase. Right?
And that'd be real similar. If you like that language better, we
Yeah.
could do something like that.
We'll have to do a cost analysis. on
So,
all of it.
yeah, that's gonna require us to, but you would at least entertain the idea of a percentage?
For sure.
So we're gonna need to pencil that out,
Definitely, yeah.
but we'll look at it. Okay,
Yeah, I think if we can get some numbers on that, and then we can, look at that, the original offer too for the $1.62. That might help us make some decisions too.
mhm. Okay,
No, we're just trying to help out, get some people trying to work here.
no, I get it.
Yeah,
It's-
and
it's hard to
a
get
little more
people, it's
money
hard to keep
would help.
And then encourage them to stick around too.
Mhm. You know, once we have them, we would like to keep them,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay?
it's just getting harder and harder to get that CDL too. So
Yeah,
other places are gonna steal them.
what else?
So, I think that's about all we have, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my sheet, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's all we had.
And then for you guys, while you were out, we discussed what the county pays for insurance for each employee. It's $7,788 a year. All of that's pre-tax and just a benefit, so I'd like you guys to consider that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was
and
7,788, you said, sorry.
Yeah,
in the past, you know, people that had through their wife's insurance, they can't opt out of it. So we're kind of stuck with it either way.
mhm,
So we, in our minds, we kind of separate the raise and that. But I mean,
yeah, and it went up this year too, is why,
Yeah.
why we're looking at that 38 cents.
everything's gone up. My property taxes have gone up. Everything.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah,
So did we wanna schedule another meeting, or you want us to just go caucus for a while, we can come back and meet, or?
No, we'll have to
Well,
schedule.
We'll have to reschedule.
Deb's not
Okay.
here, and she'd have to do the
Okay.
cost analysis, so we'll have to schedule another meeting.
Okay. Alrighty, sounds good. We got 2 taken care of, so we're getting there.
and sooner's better than later
Okay.
on the
Right.
next meeting.
Yeah.
Because we don't wanna, I mean, we have gone into November with road negotiations
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
and we don't
We
want
don't
that.
wanna do that.
I could call all the members today and
Okay.
and we could just set up our next meeting
Okay.
whenever you guys are ready.
And look at mine.
Do you think we can get it next week?
I'm open all next week, so you just let me know whatever you need to do. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Dick's calendar.
In the mornings work better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What days are you open, Joe?
I don't know. I didn't bring the calendar with me, but I'll figure it out.
Although we do on, let's see here. Yeah, all next week I can make that work. Yeah, just shoot me an email and I'll get it
I
set.
will, if Joe shoots me an email, then
Yeah.
I'll just get it to everybody. Works really well if one person kinda
Yeah, right.
gets it ramrodded.
Yeah, like I said, I'm open all
Okay.
next week, I don't have anything, so.
Good.
I'll just wait to hear from you and then we'll, get her all taken care of.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Did you guys wanna keep that language for the on
Yeah.
call?
Okay.
And I can email it to you too if you want it
Okay.
for everybody, so. Alrighty,
Alright.
thank you guys.
See you next week.
I'll reach out to you soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So You guys.
We're done.
Perfect.
All done.
Work breaks.
Thank you.
So they're that pressure.
Thanks, Joe.